I'm not fond of his dialogue.
I'm shocked. You know what? He does have that problem with still trying to write a script form as far as opposed to his comic books, because you read a comic book, I mean, you can't really write that for the screen sometimes. And I think he's trying to find his footing. But regardless of that, he actually puts all the fun of wanting to watch a series about Superman. He puts all that fun into an episode. I mean, he's done, okay, the first one he did was Legion, where he brought in the Legion of Superheroes, which I thought they did a great job with with bringing in the three main characters: Cosmic Boy, Saturn Girl, and Lightning Lad.
Right. Who have dumb names, but they're awesome.
Yeah. And you know, and it's funny because that was the episode that I thought kind of like aired out everyone's issues with Superman. It's like, well, if you're to watch Smallville and you're the person that goes, well, who's this character? I've never read this character. Yeah. They point all that stuff out in that episode, and they did a good job. That he did that episode, and he did the Absolute Justice.
Yeah,
he did Absolute Justice, which he brought the Justice Society to TV. Thank God, and he actually did such a great job with that. Characters that you normally want to be familiar with, just anybody just watching a show about superheroes, like who knows anything about Dr. Fate, really? Who knows anything about Hawkman? Yeah, I mean, they really make him shine in that episode.
That surprises the hell out of me.
Yeah, and he's great. You know, watching that, I mean, I always say this. Watching Absolute Justice, I really wish they would do a spin-off with Martian Manhunter and Dr. Fate together, because the chemistry that they have with these actors in those small moments are so good. You want to see that in like a movie or something. Okay. And I'm like, wow, Smallville, they have a lot of balls to say, okay, yeah, let's bring in these obscure characters that we would never make a movie out of.
I loved the story of that, of Absolute Justice, but I did not like the dialogue. So the dialogue, to me, it detracted a bit. I think maybe my expectations are just a little too high or something. But
it's interesting because reading, like, I love Smallville's the one show where you can read like talkbacks about it, and just you talk about pages and pages about talkbacks about people who read the comics and people who don't. You know, where you'll see both opposing views on how they think the episode should go, but I always find it interesting that the people who really are dedicated to Smallville, when they see episodes like Absolute Justice, they're like, it wasn't really to my liking. Where you see the comic book fans going, wow, this makes me want to watch this show again.
Right. I get that. In fact, most of what's made me want to watch Smallville is the stuff I've heard about later on in the show, where they're doing stuff like that. But even so, y'all are telling me, like, well, there's the occasional really good episode later. It's really the second, third, and fourth season that's really good.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, you get so sucked into it.
Yeah.
And by that point, it's like you just need the rest of your heroin.
You know it's bad for you, but you keep watching, because every once in a while you're gonna get something that you can really fucking chew on. And what I like about the series too is that anybody not knowing any of these characters, I mean, even for me, when I got into this show, I was never that big of a Superman fan besides the Christopher Reeves films. Yeah. But watching the show, like, me and my buddy, we were drunk in a bar. And my buddy mentioned, hey, that they're doing like a Superman show? And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. And I was like, I think I heard about that. It's supposed to be like that fucking Dawson's Creek bullshit, right? And it's like, yeah, dude, we should go buy that. It's on DVD. I'm like, fuck it. So we got drunk, made steaks, and fucking watched a marathon of it.
We fell in love. We ought to make out while we watch this show.
Hey, man, I know a bunch of chicks who like Gossip Girl. Yeah. We should totally watch it and jerk each other off.
We had a circle jerk.
I dare you to suck my dick while watching. I dare you.
Grant, let's watch the show.
Bring it on.
Let's watch the next season together, Grant.
You are not a man enough to suck my dick during Gossip Girl.
But dude, I had the funnest time, and I had the funnest time sucking those dicks. But the thing is that it really like made me like these characters, these DC characters that they would introduce into the show.
Black metal, cradle of balls.
And early on,
it would make me Wikipedia these characters.
Yeah.
And just get me involved in who these characters are in the DC universe.
And early on, it's the villains that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to. It's kind of like, ooh, who are they going to pull out this week? And sometimes they tweak them a little bit and make them like slightly different. And you're kind of like, oh, that looks like a conflation of these two and those two. It's like, but it's it's so
a portmanteau of characters.
A tableau.
Really?
But
interesting.
Harris calls me Smallville's abused housewife because I'm constantly making excuses for it. Like in the end here, I'm like, but it doesn't mean to be bad.
Well, you mean Harris, the same guy that does that anime corner?
Yeah.
Are you talking about that guy?
He can tell, but
yeah.
Well, I hate to be Mr. Mitzelprick here, but we actually need to take a break because we have like so many more things to talk about.
We do, but I you know what? I got Grant on here who hadn't a chance to say anything, and he and I are both tirelessly caught up on No Ordinary Family.
Oh, well, I mean,
oh my God, I'm sorry.
We need to tell you to not bother watching.
Watch it. Just
so you don't have a lot to say.
No, I don't have a lot to say, other than say like, well, Grant's been really watching them every week.
Are we gonna have Grant in the next segment?
Really, it was fine. I really don't have anything to say except for I keep watching it, thinking it's gonna be good, and it's not. It's like most episodes of Smallville.
I did, in fact, watch the ending of the final conclusion versus their main villain. Because they've been posting it online with just that, 10 minutes of, the showdown with the villain. And I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding.
I haven't seen
There was one from 2 weeks ago that I watched where
the
the mom who has super speed, she got a power boost. So she'd run at super speed and then go forward in time.
Yeah.
Was that last week?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it was actually a cool idea.
It was.
And even like of all the episodes I've seen, it was the best one. So I was like, you know what? Maybe the show has finally turned around.
Right.
And then
the corny.
And then they get to the very reveal of the ending, and you're like, well, that wasn't horrible, and at the same time, you guys dropped the ball. It's too little, too late.
It really is an ABC Family show.
It is. I don't know why it doesn't come on the ABC Family channel.
Everything is way too feel good that there's no risk involved in anything.
Right.
And it just makes you feel stupid for having watched it.
Which is one more piece of evidence supporting my theory that when you go for too broad an audience, you lose everyone.
However, if you watch The Cape first, then you will enjoy No Ordinary Family so much more.
The site I saw that was posting the video, the one in particular where I watched it on IO9, had posted this whole thing. You know what? It's all been so safe. It's playing it so safe. It was almost unwatchable and boring. But then they just go crazy towards the end. It's just so off. You can't believe they did all this other shit. Like, oh, we can't show any violence. And I watched it and I was like, are you serious?
This is what you were talking about. Risk on the show.
This isn't. It's not risky. It's just dumb. It's so ridiculously cartoonishly stupid. The ending showdown with this guy. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. It actually sounds like a Disney Channel type.
It really is.
It's better than that, but not by a whole lot. And they brought Lucy Lawless on, which I guess to them they're like, hey, this will be good. We'll have her as a villain. But to me, I just
does she get naked?
No.
Did she find time from her schedule to not get naked?
No, she's already done that. You got to watch Starz channel.
Yeah. You got to watch Spartacus for that. Yeah, it's almost like they go like, hey, here's a geek favorite that'll bring the geeks in to watch it. It's like,
and they do nothing with it.
Yeah, they do nothing with it.
Really?
It's like it hurts even more.
It feels like that whole show, like they're just spitballing through the whole thing. They're like, well, this will be great, right? It'll be like The Incredibles, but live action. Really? What are we gonna do? We'll just make it up as we go along. It's just comic books. Who gives a shit about comic books? The one thing I think is good that's consistently, it's like they have the mom has an assistant who's super cute, just very pretty girl. Do you remember the actress who plays that?
I don't. I've never seen her before.
Yeah, I don't remember who she is, but she is hilarious.
She's funny. She's like the genuine geeks. Like she's the one who's like telling them, oh, you like this character from this comic book, and everything she says is not only accurate, but it's like, okay, whoever's writing her dialogue is really into comics because they're picking
Autumn Reeser as Katie Andrews.
Yeah.
She's great.
Wow, she is cute. You ain't just whistling Dixie.
I'd fuck her.
But I mean, she's convincing.
To be fair, if she was eating crackers in my bed, I would tell her to
like you look at her, you're like, I would never buy that girl as a comic book geek, and yet everything that comes out of her mouth, you go like,
her okay. and his
Romany Malco.
Yeah.
The sidekicks are the best characters.
They're pretty much the only thing worth watching about it.
Romany Malco. Okay, yeah, I always forget that guy's name. And what was the
Buddy in 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Yeah, Buddy in 40-Year-Old, who was so fucking funny. In that movie.
Yeah, no, he just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Yeah, he fell into the show.
Well, he was on Weeds for a while.
Right.
So yeah.
So yeah, overall, the show never never grew more than I had so much potential, and it really squandered it all.
And they must have a big budget because the special effects look way better than they should.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, it's ABC, and they're thinking, you know what? If you put enough money into a show, it's going to pay back in spades, like it did with Lost, and it can from time to time with genre stuff. The problem is that they don't understand genre audiences. They still don't. All right, it is a producer-run business,
right?
Just like Hollywood is, where every once in a while the right correspondence of events and astrological signs or whatever take place that you get people together who can actually make a decent product with someone willing to pay for it and not interfere the whole way through. But 9 times out of 10, you get something like this or The Cape, where it's just a bunch of money people who have no actual creative abilities of their own, but they think they do, and they want to interfere with every step of the creative process.
Yeah, because they tried so hard to cancel Lost before it came on.
Yes, they did.
Just managed to just like a cockroach, just slip right on through and get made.
And usually the argument was, we don't understand it.
Right.
And that's why more great stuff gets canceled, because we didn't understand it.
It's funny because one of the things that always turned me off to Smallville was how often they use Clark using super speed. It was such a cheap effect the way they did it, was just to do a big blur and then suddenly he was there walking normally. Whereas with this show, they actually do a great job with the
super speed works.
The super speed. But they just don't do a good job with the stories and what goes on with it.
Well, I find it very reassuring that like FX and Showtime are going to be coming out with Powers and Chew, and I guess Lock and Key is going to be coming out.
Lock and Key is actually they just released the first promo pictures from it today.
Semi-superhero? I guess that's more just supernatural.
Well, it's more supernatural horror stuff, but it's comic based, if you will. And there's actually I had another one I'd written down. Well, there's what was the other one? Oh, Wonder Woman. We didn't mention that. And then there's the Ultimate Spider-Man animated series, which I'm actually very much looking forward to. So
I guess.
But Powers, the most recent thing I heard was that the Kyle Chandler, the dad from Friday Night Lights, is possibly being considered for Christian Walker, but he had them send back a rewrite for it.
They're still tossing.
He would be awesome.
They're still tossing around names, but apparently the guy directing the premiere episode is the same guy who directed the pilot of The Shield. So
yes,
tell you what,
that
does
great.
Not sound like
I still need to see that damn show.
And the pilot of Justified, for that matter, same guy.
So, still need to see that too.
I would be glad to loan you the Blu-ray of the first season of Justified.
When the last day of Smallville airs, I'll have plenty of time. which thank God it's on the day of my creation.
That's right.
Yeah. So the last episode of Smallville will be airing May 13th.
Quote unquote.
Wow.
Yeah. So and that's it. So.
And
I'm actually.
That means I don't have to get you anything. The universe is taking care of
you. Already got your present.
It's going to be a 2-hour episode. Yeah, and my boy Michael Rosenbaum's coming back. It's official. He's back.
Clark's going to wear the suit.
And supposedly, he's supposed to wear.
So is that
suit.
official that Michael Rosenbaum is coming back?
He just filmed it. He's been in interviews.
Is
where
he going to be in
his
green and purple
armor?
Actually, given the way things are going, that's not out of the question.
No. Well, and apparently Darkseid is going to be making an appearance too, which I'm.
Oh yeah.
The Darkseid that they've shown the last episode that they aired looked fucking awesome. I mean, it was like a huge...
What about Mixie
Pitlick?
That guy was
he was in season...
That guy was an afterthought.
Mixie Pitlick was in like season...
Yeah, he was in season 4. I think he was in season 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in season 4, but he was like a Russian kid that had the ability to manipulate
probability.
He was that guy doing gambling?
He could manipulate probabilities.
It was completely ridiculous, but...
we all know the truth. Everybody is after his Lucky Charm.
Yeah, but they did have a really cool fucking super speed moment in that episode.
Okay,
it really stands out. You should check it out, Liam.
Every super speed moment should be accompanied by Prodigy.
Well, guys, thank you so much for kicking the knowledge on Smallville.
Yes, thank you for embarrassing me once again with
so many more shows
retarded knowledge of that
to talk about, because there's so many. We won't even get to all of them.
No,
but we're
going to barely get to any.
But we have other members who want to come in as well and talk about more shit, because we got some more stuff to talk about. So let's take a musical interlude and come back with yet more of the charming Leog referendum.
Funk yeah.
No, seriously, we're just going to talk a lot of shit.